fights, and the thing about what we dealt with all the time was there was always like a real perceived sense of fear. I mean, I got chased off of a riverboat, maybe what, 200 miles from here, Shreveport, Louisiana, and they chased me off there, and I kept wondering to myself, because literally I'm being followed by a guy in a pickup truck with a gun rack in the back, and I'm rolling off the casino property, and there's a cop sitting there looking menacingly at me, and I'm like, what the heck is going on here? And then I said, who's going to notice if an Asian brother disappears in Shreveport, Louisiana?
I know how you feel, man.
I feel your pain.
Yeah, but there were a fair number of MIT card counters who've experienced similar things in back rooms, which are the room without the cameras in them. So it's happened a number of times.
I like to say, from my point of view, Lawrence Fishburne really fucking hit me too.
I actually screened the movie with Lawrence Fishburne sitting next to me, and every time he hit Ben, he started laughing. And I'm like...
I remember I was sitting there, I had my hands behind my back, and he was kind of like sizing up his shot like this. And he goes, Jim, you don't mind if I just, tap you a little bit, do you? I was like, you do what you gotta do, Morpheus.
You don't work for the IRS, do you? How do we do that? How do we circumvent that? Well, we actually never, what's a funny story is we used to keep our money in cash and chips. And one of the funniest things about it is everyone goes, wasn't that dangerous? And we're like 22-year-old kids wearing jeans, a t-shirt, and a baseball hat backwards. Nobody thinks we have money. And one time we were sitting at the Mirage pool. It was at the end of a weekend. We won about $450,000 that weekend. And so with all the money we had brought and all the money we won, it was all in a ratty duffel bag that was sitting under our lawn chair at the Mirage pool. And I turned to my friend Wes and I said, Wes, do you think we can just go swim? Because I want to swim. Can we just leave the bag here? And he goes, well, how much is in it? And I go, I don't know, it's like $980,000. And he goes, huh, I think it's fine. It's not like it's $1 million. Did my parents pay you to say this to me?
How come we didn't get a safety deposit box?
Yeah, Jeff. That's a good question, Jeff.
So next question. No, the thing about, we did have safe deposit box for some stuff, but it's just hard because sometimes we're leaving for trips to the last minute, safe deposit box aren't open when you need them to be, and it just isn't, as, okay, we were smart, but we weren't so practical. Is that a better answer?
Jeff used to be able to put $80,000 in his pants. What was that? How much in your jacket?
What are you saying? Used to? No, I mean, the whole thing we always joke about is this is back before 9/11, so you didn't really have as much, you didn't face as much sort of inspection as you went through. You can put $20,000 in front pocket, $20,000 in back pocket, $20,000 in both front pockets, both back. So you can put $80,000 in your jeans alone, and you could actually wear a blazer through security back in those days, and so in your 2 front pockets you could put maybe another $80,000 also. So you could easily put about $160,000 through security.
Wow.
Like everyone doesn't know that? That's not normal?
It's fun to fly with Jeff, actually.
Well, Lawrence Fishburne got him, and then, no, they're all around still, they're all doing different things. I mean, one of the guys is a writer in Hollywood, a couple of them try to do, still give blackjack lessons. They're all kicking around.
Are you a doctor?
No, but I play one on TV, so I'm not gonna say. That's terrible. No, I'm not a doctor. I rebelled against my parents, and it's a sad story, but I did try to go to Harvard Medical School, and the whole story. I just decided not to go.
I, however, am a doctor.
You actually could play one on TV too.
What was your single biggest take over a weekend?
Probably $450,000. That was our biggest weekend. Yeah, it was awesome.
We had a question over here on this side.
Oh yes. Yeah, I remember when I first found out that I got the part, and Kevin had obviously found out that I got the part, and my phone kind of rang, and it was just you know, a number I didn't recognize, and I picked it up and I was like, hello? And he went, hello? And I went, who's this? It's Kevin Spacey. And I was like, oh, hey, Kev. But it was cool. I mean, he invited me down to the Old Vic Theatre, which he runs in London, you know, and we had like lunch, and then I went and saw his play. So, you know, we kind of got to know each other before we started the film. But I thought he hated me.
Were you ever considering writing the screenplay yourself, and how involved were you with the screenwriter? Was there anything that you felt
Had to be in the movie. You know, this whole movie came about, it was kind of like a very amazing stroke. I'd written an article for Wired magazine, and Dana Bernetti, who's the producer, was working with Kevin, and called me out of the blue, and Kevin said, I want to make a movie. And I didn't even believe it was really Kevin Spacey, and I hung up and called my mom, and I said, hey, Kevin Spacey's trying to call me, and she said, no, it's MIT kids prank calling you. They did stuff like that, and then I went out there, and when the process started, I knew from the very beginning that I probably wouldn't be writing the screenplay, because as an author, you know, it's not the same genre or the same thing at all. And we got to see drafts. The screenwriter came out and hung out with Jeff, hung out with us for a couple weeks. Robert Luketic came and hung out with us for a couple weeks in Boston. So we felt like we had a fair amount of, not control, but input. I think they did a fantastic job, so I was very happy. A couple of my lines got in there. I think they did really, really well.
We have time for a few more.
I don't think it's Sturgis.
That isn't true, that isn't true. I was one of the only people out of the cast and crew to leave Vegas with money up. And I'm very proud of that, so thank you very much.
What do you do with 15 against an 8, huh? Here's your chance to redeem yourself.
Someone asked me this question on the red carpet and I got it wrong and I was so embarrassed.
He's been talking about it since.
And I let Jeff down. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah. Because he got that wrong. I made him sing "Girl" at the Four Seasons in front of everyone. Literally, like, yeah.
I just earned $1,000. This is a true story. We were just in a hotel and some country band were playing kind of country Beatles songs in the thing. And Jeff said, "I'll give you $1,000 if you get up and sing "Girl."
But I only wanted him to sing it to me, so.
I still won.
Anything else? Anyone else? You know, nothing really. I mean, you know, after the IRS took care of him, he had no more money now. You know, he's still around. He actually, what's funny is the character that it's kind of like based on is now married to Kiana, right? Everyone knows who Kiana is, right? She was the Asian actress in there.
I don't really see race, but she was the Asian actress in the movie.
Thank you, Rhythm Nation.
Yeah, the character which a lot of the stories in the book come from is actually married to her now, so.
You really just said, I don't see race.
Just trying to, you know, you go.
Yeah,
I love
yeah, I hear you. It's a rainbow. I'm sorry, what was the question? Well, I mean, the problem is the movie is 2 hours long, so for them to get into sort of every technique we use would turn into a documentary about card counting, and most of you guys would be asleep by now. So it's, you know, they focus on one of the things we do, and they did it really well, you know. The thing that always just impresses me when I see the movie is how much what they did in the casinos is, you know, mirrors exactly what we did. It's like eerie when I